Hello everyone, today we are back again with another video, and this video will be a practice session for the previous video in which we have covered if else. Now what is if else? Let us just revise it in 10 seconds. So basically we have a format like this: if, then there is a condition here, and then we have a statement here, and then there is a else block. So basically a condition is checked. If it is true, then the if block is executed, but if the condition is false, then else block is executed. This is what if else is all about. Let's now begin our practice session. So we are back again to VS Code, and I have already made 5 programs with extension .c so that we can fasten our programming session. So our first program is, that is, we have to create an application to check the number is positive or negative. We already know what is positive number and a negative number. So let's just first include standard.io.h. Okay, sorry. Now let's just write int main. Okay, now we are ready. So first of all, let's take an input. So first will take a variable int n, and then we will write printf, enter the value, and then I will write here \n. Okay, we will not write \n, and then we will input a variable here, that is scanf. We are taking input of integer type, so &d, comma. Now we will provide the address for that n, that is address operator, and then n. Okay, now we are done. So here enter, and then here it is the error, showing error because I've okay. Now I have a value of n. Now we have to check that if it is positive or negative. So first, if n is, if a number is positive, then it must be greater than 0. So we will write the condition as if n is greater than or equals to 0. Here we will print the number is positive, else printf the number is -1. So here we are done with our program. There it is showing few errors. Okay, here semicolon. So we are done with our program. Let's just run it. So you see here our program is asking a value, that is enter a value. Let's just zoom to the output. Yes, now here it is asking for a value. We will provide it. Let's say we will first provide 3, then enter. The number is positive. Yes, it is positive. Then again if we'll run it, let's say -2. The number is not positive, it is negative, so the number is negative. So we have done here. So now let's just move to the second program. So our second program is, we have to check the alphabet is vowel or a consonant. So we have to take an input as a character type. So let us first include standard.io dot, oh sorry for that, standard.io dot h, and then int main, and then we will just take a variable char c. We will ask the user for to enter the character value, Now we will just give a here, and then we will take it the input scanf. We will use the format specifier %c for the characters, and then we will provide the address of the character. Remember, character needs the address of that variable, but in string we don't need to provide the address of that variable. So %c, yes. So now let's just start our if else block. Yes, we have if block. We will just check if c is an alphabet or the question is it is a vowel or consonant. So if c is equals to a, or for or we will use this operator. C equals to b, not b, e, then or, sorry, okay. So we will just copy it to fasten our process. So if c is equals to a, then it is vowel. If it is equals to e, then it is vowel. Then I, then o, then u. Okay. If these are true, then we have to print the number is vowel. If these are the cases, then the number is, we have to print the number is vowel. Oh, sorry, not number, it is the character is vowel. Character is vowel. Else, here we have the else block. We will print the character is consonant. So here, observe this line. We have used few operators here. First one being the equals to, that is a assignment operator, a comparison operator. Then we have used here or, that is a logical operator. So if you are not familiar with this, just go to the operators video and you will understand every single part of this. Now let's just run it. Okay, it is asking for the input. Here enter the value, character value. Let's just zoom it. Okay, here enter the character value. Let's say I provide him a. We already know a is a vowel, so yeah, the character is vowel. Let's just run it. If I provide b, it will say the character is consonant because b is a consonant value. Now let's just move to this third question. We have to find the largest and the minimum, that is the largest and the minimum numbers among the three numbers. So first of all, we have to write include. We have to take, first of all, we have to write the include standard io dot h and then int main. Okay, now we have to just take three variables, that is int a comma b comma c. Now we will take input for in the three variables. So first of all, ask the user, enter the three variables. So now we will provide the three variables. For providing, we will just use scanf %d, sorry, here %a. We will just copy this one and then we will just change the value of that variable a, b and c. So what we have done, we have taken three values as an input from the user. Now we will just use our if else block. If a is greater than b and that a is greater than c, then what in largest. Okay, let's just say we will take a variable int large, and here we will use this, sorry for that, large is equals to a. Else if, sorry for that, oh, else if we are using else if ladder, else if b is greater than a and b is greater than c, sorry here, then what is the case? Then b is the largest, so large is equals to b. Else large is equals to c. So we have calculated the value of for the large. Now we will just see the value for minimum. That is, first we will take a variable min. We will now make another if else ladder. If a is smaller than b and a is smaller than c also, then min is equals to a. Just like that, we will just to make things faster, we will just copy here, yes, else if, and we will change the operator. Now else if b is smaller than a and b is smaller than c, then min is equals to b. Else min is equals to c. So here we have two values, that is minimum and large. Now we will just print the values. Printf largest, sorry, number is $d here. Now we will just write large, okay, and then we will just print minimum number is $d. They will just print the minimum. Okay, so understand this, this is not the most efficient program to find out the largest and the minimum number, but I have written it like this to understand if else ladder more efficiently. So here we have two if else ladder. See here, I will just give here a comment. Okay, so here see, we have taken three values as an input, then we have find the largest number by this if else ladder, and then we have find the minimum number by this if else ladder, and then we have printed both. So let's just run it, F6. Okay, just I will just zoom in the output section. So let's see, we have to enter three variables. So first we will write 6, 5, 9 and 2. Now the largest number is 9 and the minimum number is 2. So you see how we have completed this question. Now let's just move to the another one, the question number 4. We have to find the number is even or odd, and if the number is even, then we have to check it is divisible by 2 or not. If it is odd, then we have to check it is divisible by 3 or 5, and we have to print as given. So let's see, we will just take include standard io.h int main. Okay, Now we have to take a value in as an input. Printf, enter the value, scanf. Okay, now we will just take input, that is like this, %d. We are using format specifier for integer, and then we will provide the address for the n. Now I have taken a value as an input. Now I will write if. First we will check is if the number is even or odd. So if the number n is divisible, modulus 2 is equals to 0, that is if we divide that number by 2, then the remainder is 0, then we have to do certain tasks. Let's say here even number, and the else, sorry, else odd part. So you see we have we have got the if the number is even or odd. Then we have another condition, that is we will use the nested if else. So if this condition is true, then it is even. So if it is even, then we have to again check it if the number is divisible by, okay, in the question it is divisible by 2, let's just say 6 or not. Okay, now divisible by 6 or not is equals to 0. If it is divisible by 6, then we will just print the number is even and also divisible by 6. Okay, and this else will print only a single command, that is single sentence, that is printf the number is divisible is even. Okay, let's just this much of it. There is an error here because we have not provided semicolons. So now we will go to the odd section. Now if the number is odd, we have to check it is divisible by 3 or 5. So let's say we will start our if block, and modulus 3 is equals to 0. That means it is divisible by 3. Then we will print the number is odd and divisible by 3 also, then semicolon, and else if n modulus 5 is equals to 0, then printf the number is divisible, number is odd and also divisible by 5. Sorry for that spelling. Okay, if these both conditions are false, that is the number is neither divisible by 3 neither it is divisible by 5, then it will only print the number is odd, and then here semicolon. So you see I have completed the program. Now let's overview it. So here what we have done, we have first taken in the value as an input from the user. Now we are just checking it if it is even or odd by dividing it by 2 and checking if the remainder is 0 or not. If the remainder is 0, then it must be even. If it is even, then we have to check that it is divisible by 6 or not. If it is divisible by 6, then we are just printed the number is even and also divisible by 6. If this divisible by 6 is false, then we will just print the number is even because it is even but not divisible by 6. In the odd section, if this condition is false, then what is it is odd. So now if it is odd, we will just say that n is divisible, n is not divisible by 2. Now if it is divisible by 3, then we are printing the number is odd but and also divisible by 3. But if the number is odd and also divisible, if this is divisible by 5, then we are printing the number is odd and also divisible by 5. So we will just run it. 6. Here we have got the output. So let's just zoom in the output. Okay, it is asking for the value. Let's just say we will give a big value. Let's say we are giving 456. Okay, so 456 is even and also divisible by 6. You can check it by yourself. Now let's see another example. We say 863. The number is just odd. So yes, the value is odd here. That is 863. Now let's run it again and we will check another number that is much more larger than these. Let's say 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5. Now let's just check for this. This number is odd and also divisible by 3. That you see our program is running fine. So let's just revise this program. We have taken an input here and then we have checked if it is even or odd. If it is even, then this set of programs, this set of statements are running, executing, and if it is odd, then this set of statements are executing. Okay, so by this we will wrap up this video. In the description you will find the link for every single program there. Thank you for watching.